the light of that city. I don't have time. And that the Lamb is going to be the light of the city. That you don't have to have the sun and the moon anymore. Go back to chapter 22. Yeah, verse 2. In the midst of the street thereof, and on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manners of fruit, and yielded their fruit every month of the leaf of the tree. And the healing nation ain't got time. Just suffice me to say that whatever that river is, it is, the connotation is the water of life. And and being connected to that river, it brings healing to the nations. Remember, we read in Ezekiel 47 and 9 that wherever that river goes, people get healed. It lives and moves. Right? That river is in us. The reason why the nations are not healed and we think we're going to legislate and we're going to remove the war in the earth, and we're trying to do all we can to keep North Korea from acting the fool. And everybody's saying, this is a big one, Elizabeth. Sanford and Son, y'all. Yeah, that's what he said. Some of y'all might not know. He always said, this is a big one, Elizabeth. And that's what we keep saying in church. This gotta be the one. This is the one, I'm telling you. The end is near. No, the end ain't near.
Come on. No.
It ain't near. It ain't near, man. Our best days is ahead. All the systems of the earth don't have any spirit in them no more. Has no life in them anymore. Isaiah 60 says, arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you, the church. Where's the glory? In the church. And it's risen up on you. What was in you, remember we got this hope of glory in us, is now up on us. Now people can recognize and say, look at that glorious one. So we can fulfill what it says to be a Christian, Christ-like. So there's a river that flows. See, there's a river. It's in us. Individually, corporately, and then when the throne of God is established in her, talking about the corporate body, it's going to bring healing to the nations. That's some good stuff. That's hope. When I discovered this stuff, and I'm not the only nutcase in the earth, it's a whole bunch of us. Just in the West, we don't use our brain. In the East, everybody thinks. In the West, we just listen to whatever the pastor said. Google kind of disturbed all of that. All the empirical thinking. You just ain't going to just tell me something and make me believe something. I'm going to go Google it. That's the God. Google it. So I had to do my homework. I was doing my homework before Google showed up, by the way. Google was my best friend. You know, he confirmed what I was getting, and other people, we was in agreement that our think tank was on the right page. Thank God for Google. Now, going back to Isaiah 32. Y'all all right tonight? Yes. Let's go down. Okay, I'm going to read it real quick. And the man shall be as the high place from the wind, and the cobra from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow. That's where we're going to go before we close tonight. What is it? What is it? The shadow of what? A great rock in a weary land. Underline great rock. That's a connotation. It's just not a rock. It's a great rock. It's a who? Great rock. It's a great rock. But I'm going to talk about the shadow. So this great rock is casting a shadow. You only get shadows when there's an obstruction of light. Am I right? Help me out. Amen. So whatever the representation of the object, whatever the object is, the outline of the shadow is a reflection of that object. You got it? I can't walk and have a shadow as a woman. Something wrong with that shadow, am I right? Come on, brother. Help me, Jesus. Somebody help. But I I wouldn't mind having a shadow and somebody was 8 foot. And a man. I can dream. I can dream. I heard that. But there's a shadow, and I believe we need to understand that God is doing something. And he's going to do it with the shadow of a great rock. So I'm going to talk about this real quick. Is y'all all right? I believe God is doing something with us. He's realigning us. He's bringing us to a level to understand what this great rock is all about. Because that is the title of this message, ain't it? I get all the way at the end and I got my title on. Yeah. But I'm here to tell you that we're in a time now. If we can discover this great rock, y'all already know who it is, don't you? Who is it? Jesus. But who's the shadow? We are. Yes. The church. Because as he what? As he is, so are we. We've been shadow boxing because we've been searching and longing for another identity. And we had futurism and historicism and dispensationalism, and all these isms have stood as a great rock. Denominationalism, traditionalism. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that. I ain't want to make the words up. I'm like, I felt it going good. I'm like, maybe it's makes sense. That's right. But then, let's just say the isms and the ologies have obstructed the shadow of the great rock. And I'm here to tell you, it's the people in the earth that God is bringing together that when they recognize that you're connected to that rock, and everything that great rock represents is in us. Tell your neighbor, that's us. So let's look and see what this great rock is all about. Go with me to, I'm messed up right now. I'm cutting a whole lot of fat off. But go with me to Matthew 16. That great rock. That great rock. How much time I got? Huh? I need half of that. Y'all all right? Can I get half of that? Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Matthew 16, 13. Let's look at that great rock. That's a shadow, which we already said is the church. It said, when Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? Huh? He was connecting the dots. Because just that statement alone only was relegated to one individual, that's Ezekiel. He was known as the Son of Man. But all of mankind is the Son of Man. I mean, are y'all looking forward to hear it? 14. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist. He was dead by now. Some Elijah, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets, because they knew, the disciples knew, that they felt like that some of the prophets of old would be coming back. That's why they made the statement. And most of us unknowingly are looking back at old orders and old things. That's about saying you can put Baptists up there, or you can put one of the denominations up there, right? Because that's the history that they were connected to. The disciples were connected to that history. So they went back and reverted to old systems. But now, the very one that they testified of, John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, and all the prophets, they were talking about him. So in the midst, they felt that something that's about to change them forever. So it's not about what other people are saying. He's going to up the end.
Come on.
That's like you trying to have a Bible study at your house and you just talking about where God been.
Say that.
And you have to call a pastor. Also, I was reading so-and-so. Well, make sure you do your homework first. Amen. So then you have to include me on a conference call. 15. Yeah. And he said to them, but who do you say that I am? It's not enough for you to say that Pastor Steve said who you are.
Come on.
You need to know.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Because we good telling people about what my pastor said. My pastor said so-and-so. My pastor said ain't no rapture. My pastor said ain't no street to go. My pastor said we're the manifest sons. My pastor says that those things and all, dispensationalism, all the stuff we've kind of discounted as error. But we can't really show nobody, but we can repeat it. In other words, you don't have a personal encounter yourself. This is what's lacking. Said, but he said to them, who do you say? He picking their brain. He said, what do other people say? But no. It really don't matter what they say.
Come on.
I don't know how you feel about it. That's basically my concern. They said, what do you feel about it? Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
We're in that season too. God's going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say, use my name. You can't co-sign me no more. You're going to have to know for yourself that you know God. Because folks are going to start, I'm telling you, the bottom is falling out in the system. And there's a great rock that God has put in the earth. Verse 16. And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Thou art the who? Christ, the Son of the living God. That's so important. Thou art the Christ, the Messiah, the Redeemer, the Anointed One, and the Son of the living God. So he connected. Nobody ever connected the two. Only Nathaniel was able to perceive something. We don't talk about him, but as far as the ones that are connected to Jesus' ministry, he said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Verse 17. And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed it unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. How are we going to have a personal shift in our understanding when we can understand that it's not about flesh and blood? Y'all, I'm losing y'all. I can feel it. Flesh and blood. He said flesh and blood can't inherit the kingdom. Come on now. Am I right? Paul said it too. Paul said over there, flesh and blood. I didn't get this revelation from flesh and blood. Am I right? In Galatians 1. So you can't get this by trying to get your normal channel of cognitive ability. You can't go to seminary school and get some of the stuff that God has given to the... Come on, y'all.